This is The Clinic, a safe space for healing, growth, and unlearning emotional patterns that no longer serve you. Hosted by Tolulope Afolayan, this series guides you through the real work of healing from childhood and relationship trauma. Let's begin your journey.
Welcome back again to The Clinic. We started a new series from our last episodes that we dropped, and it's on how to heal. And we talked about wounds and ripple effect, how you got wounded, where your wound started from, where you started bleeding from, and what you can do to stop your bleeding. If you had not listened to that episode, please go back and listen to it. It is very important. It is the foundation, it is the building block of this episode that we are going into today. So please, if you have not done that, you can pause this video or stop this podcast and go back to it, listen to that, then come back here. I will be here waiting for you. I'm not running away. I'm not running away. So like I said, what we're talking about is how to heal. Am I pronouncing it well? Yes. How to heal. First episode was on wounds and ripple effect. And today's episode will be on victim mentality. Victim mentality. A lot of us are having this victim mentality. What do I mean? You've been hurt, you've been wounded, you are traumatized, and for some reasons, you now believe that you are broken, you are damaged. You can never attract a good partner. You can never attract a good partner. You can never attract someone that will love you deeply. You can never attract someone that will see you for who you are. Some of you are even scared of opening up fully in a relationship so that your partner will not get to see you for who you are. Somebody that is already damaged, that life has ran through, that have experienced a lot of things, shege, bad deals in life, and you've just written yourself off. So you just found a mechanism to maybe doll up, rebrand yourself, start saying new things about yourself, but you know deep down that there is something about you that makes you look like a victim. You are going to be delivered today, because today's mode of teaching is different. I'm going to open your eyes and I'm going to liberate you. Yes, that's what's going to happen today. For the very longest time of my own life, I used to think I was ill-fated. I used to think that I'm up to no good. Like nothing good can ever come out of me. Because growing up, there was nothing I could do right to my parents. They always complained about everything I did. There was nothing I could do right. It was more like, if I tried to do this, your brain did not tell you the right thing to do. Like, I'm a child. How am I expected to know the right thing to do? Am I not allowed to make any mistakes? Anything I do, like, initiative. That was the first time I learned about the word initiative. Initiative was so fun. And I'll be like, initiative, where are you? I go tap my initiative, where you did? Initiative. Jogba Mile, help me out here. My parents expected me to know how to do something, but initiative, alpha, I supposed to do this thing. So for a very long time, I felt like there was nothing I could do right. For every place I find myself, they were always complaining about me. I didn't know how to behave. And I'm this kind of kid that I could not keep to myself, because a lot of times I've been so bad. I felt so bad with myself that I told myself, I'm going to keep quiet. I'm not going to talk to anybody. I'm not going to play. I'm not going to associate. I'm not going to relate. But I find myself again relating. Like, that was, if I had any weak point, that was it. to keep to myself, it was a difficult thing. So then I'll be like, let me keep to myself so that they won't figure out that is this kind of person, is that kind of person. But I ended up casting myself, and they end up complaining about me. And then I will look at myself, that what is wrong with me? 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 My parents will complain, my teachers will complain, even in church they will complain. And well, I am no longer ill-fated. I no longer have victim mentality because God has helped me to overcome those things. That is why I'm standing in front of you today to liberate you also. Do you understand? The mode of correcting that our parents had back then. I'm talking to millennials especially now, and not just millennials, Gen Z, because a lot of these patterns are still repeating, are still being repeated because no one has addressed it, no one has actually healed from it. They're still taking the same thing to raise the next generation. Right? So the mode of correcting that our parents had back then was to point out the things you were not doing right. Imagine you want somebody to do something right and you are telling them what they are doing wrong. Or you use your head to figure out the right thing. Do you understand? So that made me feel like there was nothing I could do right because everything I do is always wrong. It's always wrong. It's always wrong. I've never done what is right in this life. So I felt like I was ill-fated, like there was nothing I could do right. And when I got into that was before I started getting into relationships, now getting into a relationship, and it was difficult to keep a stable partner. Like, if I tell my guys that me and this person we are no longer together again, they are not asking that what has she done? It is me. What have you done? Kilo to shebai. What have you done again this time around? And it got to a point when I'm more grown, I started taking pride in it. I started taking pride in it because my guys, they are very factual. They will say things like, "Oto to buy your you have spoiled Omolomo's life again," and me done. And now, that's how we roll. Let's look for another one to teach another character development. I didn't know how to do right. I was ill-fated. I thought there was nothing good that could come out of my Nazareth. And it was because of how I was raised. It was because of how I was raised. And now, majority of us has carried this mentality into our relationships. I had Annette, she said something to me when we were breaking up. She was like, I already know I don't have head for a good man. That word pierced my heart. I wish I could be that man that would be the good man for her, to prove her that no, you are not ill-fated. You do not have bad head. You do not have bad head. It's because of the trauma that we are all carrying. That we've tried every possible way and we could not get it done. Many that are still optimistic about relationship, you enter and they still break your heart again. You enter, they still break your heart again. Now, if you've been entering relationship and it keeps ending bad, you won't be far to think that something is wrong with you. You will see yourself as the problem. You will see yourself as the problem. Whenever people complain about me, whenever people have a thing to say about my attitude, it reminds me of how much of a failure I am. Because when in my adult years, I think like, oh, I'm making progress. Like, I think I'm no longer ill-fated. I think I'm getting some things right and stuff. But when all of a sudden somebody just come and complain about something I do, it will just send me back to that one, like, guy, you are a failure. You can never make it. There is nothing you want to do right that you will still not mess up. There are times that I don't rejoice too long for anything good that I do, because I'm like, I will be quick to come back to my regular sport, that victim sport, that sport that I never do things right. No, I'll be quick to come back to that sport, because I'm scared that it's better to fall early than to walk so far and you still fall. What's the difference? So I now built a wall around myself, not to go too far with anybody. And this same mentality affected my relationship. I could not allow people in. I could not be vulnerable because I feared that I'm going to mess things up. There was a lady I was with. Sorry, I'm having so many examples of ladies I've been with. She said something to me. She was like, your walls are so high up that it is so difficult to penetrate. I laughed. I just smiled, right? But deep down in my heart, I'm like, you don't know that I'm protecting you from me. If I open up myself to you, there is a lot of things that are bad. I don't know how to do a lot of things, but all this alpha male macho, I can't faggy this shini, we just report, I can't deal with anybody. You understand? So now you want me to be vulnerable and open to you. You're going to see me for who I am, and who I am is not a palatable person. It's not a palatable person. See, if you are like that and you have been feeling like this, maybe I've mentioned your case or not. It is a new beginning for you today, because I'm here to tell you that you are not a victim. See it this way: whatever happened to you were not your fault. I know that is difficult for you to believe. You feel like, oh, I broke her heart now. I walked up to her and said I loved her, fully knowing whether I don't love her. Then I entered into a relationship with her, I had what I wanted, then I broke up with her. Did it again with other women. I knew I was in a relationship with him because of money, nothing else. So I'm guilty, right? Some of you haven't bakamu, you are now doing things that are bad because, yes, I'm a bad person. No, you are not. You are not. And I'm here with some solutions. 3 solutions, majorly. Number 1, you have to dwell more on your good side. There are a lot of us that we do good things to people, but we don't believe it is because we have a good heart. We just believe that anybody will do it now. It's nothing special. But it is when we do bad things that we believe that, yes, this is my true color. Some of you that like to fight very well, you will say things like this: well, if I show you my true color, you think I'm okay? I am not okay. If I show you my true color, I will tear your clothes, to do this to you, do that. That is what you have believed your identity to be. But when you were nice, when you give somebody that requested for 20 naira, 200 naira, when you give that person, you didn't believe that you're a nice person. When you helped somebody, maybe you helped somebody to cross on the road, you didn't think yourself as a nice person. When you helped someone, you didn't think of yourself as a nice person. When you gave somebody a good advice, you didn't think of yourself as a nice person. When you cooked food for someone, when you paid somebody's bill, when you were there for someone, you never saw yourself as a good person in those people. But it is when you do bad things, that is when you believe things about yourself that you are a bad. See it like this: for every good and bad that you do makes up your composition. So if you think you are more of bad, there is tendency that you will tilt towards bad things. But if you see yourself as more of good, you will keep doing more of good. Do you understand? And as humans, we don't have one identity. We are emotional beings. We cry, we laugh, we are joyful, we are angry, surprised, terrified. And when we go through these emotions, we tend to do things. Those things you do don't define you. You are a good person. That same person that do things that are good is also you. In fact, that is more you. Because it's not easy to do good, though. Yes, it's not easy to be a good person. So for every little time you've been a good person, that is who you are. So you have to harness that part of you. You have to nurture it. You have to nurture it. Stop having a victim mentality. You are not a victim. Whatever happened to you just happened. It's an experience. They don't define you. 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 That's not who you are. They were just experiences. And in all honesty, this is your first time in life. You are just trying a lot of things for the first time. I know it's like you've entered several relationships and you've not been able to hack it. You've been with a lot of people and it still end up being the same thing. No, you don't know the right thing to do. So that you have been doing wrong does not define you. It does not define you. That is not who you are. That is not who you are. Your good side defines you as much as your bad side. So take pleasure in the good things that you do. That is also you. That is also you. And stop believing negative things about yourself. Stop believing negative things about yourself. Have positive thinking about yourself. Yes. I was in a relationship with one girl one time. And she used to say something. She'd be like, I'm beautiful. Like, she always say it. And to me, it does not make sense because I didn't see her as the most beautiful girl in the world, to be honest. Yes, she did. She okay, you get. But I think you are going too far by saying you are beautiful. Hello, calm down now. But I tried my best to not express how I feel so that I won't dampen her self-esteem. Do you understand? She believed that about herself. And it is true. She's actually beautiful. Because later I got to look at this lady again, like, me no get better eyes. It was me that my eyes was paining because my childhood has influenced a lot of things about how I see people, what is beauty, what is accepted, what is not accepted, what is right, what is not wrong. And I'm not projecting it on an innocent person. It's actually beautiful. So start thinking positively about yourself. Think positively about yourself. Remind yourself of all the good things you've been doing. Yes, that is you. That is you. That is you. You are not heel-locked. You do not have bad head for relationship. There are just some things that you don't know that you need to know. And listen to the first episode. Listen again to this one. Stop being a victim. Stop carrying around that victim mentality. That is not who you are. That is not who God has made you to be. You are a nice person. You are kind. You know the things you would do for your partner when you are in love. It's not because you are a mumu. It is because you are a good person. I've met people that will tell you that I cannot spend money on women. Women just say, I cannot spend money on my man. Like me, spend my money. How will I be spending my money on man? It does not make sense. But for you, that's not who you are. You are even happy to cook. You are happy to buy them gifts. You are happy to talk to them. You are happy to shower them nice words and stuff. You are safe around them. That means you are a good person. It does not mean that you are a mumu. A lot of people are now working on the edge now. They fall in love with your heart. Now your head you go use. No use your heart. Use your head. Use your head. They know they tell person. Use your head. Use your head. If you use your heart, they will break it. Because you've actually used your heart before and they actually broke it. So you not think that you're a mumu. You not think that something is wrong with you. You're not a fool. Anybody that took you for granted is the fool because they could not realize, they could not fathom your worth. They could not see you for who you are. They could not see your good heart. They just saw you as an object that they can just play with and just get away with. And yes, majority of your exes, they've gotten away with the things they did to you. And that makes you feel like more foolish. Like, even if I want to pay this guy or this girl back, there's nothing I can do. He actually cheated on me. He hurt me. And look at him. Every time I look at his social media, he's always happy. He has even moved on. So look at the lady he's even with. Don't say the lady fine past me, but look at the way he's treating her and all of those things. then something is wrong with me. I must have been a fool to think that I was truly in love with a demon that was not in love with me. I am a fool, I am stupid, I am this thing, because I will not be beaten. You now made up your mind that I will not be beaten again. This thing will not happen again. You are now conscious of every man that come across you. Even every man, even if any man should come close to you and say sweet words like "hello, beautiful," you be like, hey, I beg, Igbo, sharp, come on for my front. They do love for a year. Love now terrifies you because you think you have been foolish. No, you were not. In fact, you were the smartest person in the relationship because you loved with your heart. That is how it's done. Any relationship that you are in and your heart is not in it is not a relationship. It's not a relationship because you need your heart to love. If your heart is not actively involved, then you are not loving. You are doing so many things wrong. And a lot of people are doing this wrong because they think that they are a victim. No, you're not a victim. You're not a fool. You're not a fool. For whatever thing that anybody did to you in your past relationship, it's on them. They could not see your worth. They could not see you for your beautiful heart. So now start reopening up yourself. The good side of you that you've shut down, that you think this is the thing that is making you look like a foolish person. This is the thing that is making you look like you are vulnerable to men. This is the thing that is making you look like you are stupid. Even not because you are the company you ask on the cook for you. Even not because you are the show say I cannot do without you. Like I miss you, I do this. I know they tell any guys, I miss them again. If you don't text me, I'm not texting you back. If you are not calling me, I'm not calling you back. If you don't do this for me, I don't do it for you too. That's for both, aura for aura. That is what we are doing now. And you think you are okay. You are not okay. You are not okay. Start opening up the part of you that you've shut down because you thought you were foolish for opening them up. These are the things that will allow you meet the right person. And with the right lessons and knowledge, you just get my book. I've written a lot of things about this. See, before you love or leave. This book opens a lot of things to you. It opens your insight. It shows you a lot of things that you are not aware about. It shows you how you've been going about relationship the wrong way, how you've been going about love the wrong way. Even what you thought was love, it wasn't. No, it's just trauma bonding. And most of the things that you people do in your relationship is rubbish. You do rubbish. You touch each other and all of those things. I don't want to get into that, but I'm saying that there is a right way to do things, and when you allow your heart to be open, to fully love, to fully be actively involved in this relationship, knowing these right things to do, it won't be difficult. In fact, you will smell a red flag from a mile away from opening his mouth like this. I've met a lady that I'm walking up to her like this. It was when we got talking to an extent that she told me that the first time she saw me that I was walking towards her, she said that this is trouble. Imagine, not looking at you, you don't even open your mouth to talk. She knew that I was trouble, and she was not wrong. He was right. Because back then, Miss the paragon, my head, it hot. It hot, go. She was not wrong. You will see red flags coming a mile away. So give yourself the opportunity to heal afresh. And one of the ways you can heal is by accepting that you're not a victim. You're not foolish. You were only right to love. It's only normal to love. Only normal to love. Only normal to love. So, this is where I'll be stopping. Get this book, Before You Love or Leave. It's the mirror you've been waiting for. The mirror where you never buy. That's the book. It's going to reflect you to you. And you see how you can better navigate your life. Healing is possible, very, very possible, and you are going to heal. See you again in the next episode. Bye.
You've been listening to The Clinic with Tolulope Afolayan. If this episode spoke to you, share it with someone who needs it. Follow @_TitTat on Instagram for more healing insights and inquiries. Subscribe, leave a review, and stay connected. Remember, healing is possible and you're worthy of love that feels safe.